can see is
Identity.
With Splash 105.5 FM.
I am, for the first time, optimistic.
Identity.
Splash 105.5 FM. 105.5 FM.
Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station.
Global stories from BBC Minute.
With Susan and William.
We start in Niger.
Heavy gunfire has been heard close to the presidential palace. The firing began around 3 a.m. and lasted for half an hour. The shooting comes 2 days before a new president is sworn in.
There's been shooting heard around the Indonesian police HQ in the capital Jakarta. One person is reported to have died. Video shown on local TV shows an individual approaching a police post with a firearm.
This is making headlines in Italy. A naval officer has been arrested in suspicion of spying. He was allegedly caught selling confidential documents to a Russian diplomat.
BBC Minute. Fred Larsen trending in Sweden. The rapper has been found not guilty of threatening a police officer in lyrics he wrote after the drug squad raided one of his shows. The court ruled that the words "and then you'll be shot" should not be taken as a serious threat.
And hashtag AskSRK a top trend. The Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan has been taking questions from his 40 million Twitter followers.
11:29 BBC Minute.
Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station.
Good afternoon. The time is 1 o'clock from Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. First, the news headlines. Federal government reiterates commitment to police reforms. House of Representatives proposed ban on vehicles above 7 years. On the foreign scene, Italian officer caught selling secrets to Russia. And in sports today, Super Eagles end AFCON qualifiers unbeaten. Those are the headlines. Now the news in detail. Minister of Police Affairs Mohammed Dangiadi has reiterated the commitment of the federal government to the comprehensive reforms in the Nigeria police force. The ministry's head of press and public relations unit, Bolaji Kazim, stated that the minister gave the indication at the biennial Sultan Machido Institute for Peace, Leadership and Development Studies held at the Faculty of Sciences, University of Abuja yesterday. Represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Police Affairs, Mr. Tope Fajshedemi, the minister pointed out that the police would be supported with modern technology, capacity building and robust welfare program. Dangiadi charged participants to affirm the power of honesty, definiteness of purpose and to be committed in the pursuit of big dreams. The senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, said it was not necessary for the president Muhammadu Buhari to transmit power to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo because he would be away for a few days. He said President Buhari would continue to do his work from wherever he is. Shehu, who said this during an interview, added that the president has not done anything wrong by not transmitting power to Osinbajo. Shehu added that the president is not sick in any way, but that he only travelled for medical checkup. Shehu also said sponsors of terrorists and their accomplices, including bureau de change operators, would soon be named. The federal government has commenced plans to educate over 10 million out-of-school children in different parts of the country under the alternate school program. Speaking in Abuja during the steering committee meeting for the alternate school program, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Hajia Sadiya Umar Farouk, said the meeting is in line with the directive by President Buhari that all Nigerians of school age must acquire basic education.
In collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Education, we have spent the last few weeks in engagement with various stakeholders in a bid to refine and strengthen the ASP concept note towards successful implementation of this program. For it is upon this foundation that we can begin to erect necessary building blocks. I'm pleased with the outcome of this engagement, and I hope the National Steering Committee is able to quickly adapt and rectify the concept note to enable us forge ahead as swiftly as possible. Let us all remain mindful that the alternate school program possesses the potential for every child to gain access to quality education, irrespective of social, cultural, or economic standing, as well as provide a means of improving household incomes for their respective families through the federal government social intervention programs as delivered to the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development.
The federal government has declared Friday, April 2nd and Monday, April 5th as public holidays to mark this year's Easter celebration. Interior Minister Rauf Aregbesola announced the 2 days yesterday on behalf of the government. The minister urged Christians to always exhibit the attributes of forbearance, forgiveness, kindness, humility, love, peace and patience which were demonstrated by Jesus Christ. He advised them to use this year's Easter celebration to pray for the peace, unity and progress of the country. In a statement yesterday in Abuja by the Director of Press in the Ministry, Mohammed Manga, the minister assured the nation that the government would tackle the spate of kidnapping, armed banditry and other crimes and criminality being perpetrated by enemies of Nigeria. Now, the House of Representatives Committee on Customs and Excise has proposed a revenue target of 1.56 trillion naira for the Nigeria Customs Service in 2021, up from the original 1.4 trillion naira proposition. The amount was set for the NCS in 2020 before the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic that led to a downward review of the target to 1.3 trillion naira. The committee resolved to jerk up the figure at a budget defense session held with the Controller General of the NCS, retired Colonel Hamid Ali in Abuja. Ali, however, decried that the African Continental Free Trade Area and the World Trade Organization (WTO) agreements entered into by Nigeria were already affecting the country's revenue negatively. Ali, in the attempt to prevent the committee from raising the target, noted that the targets set by the federal government are based on some parameters and not based on actual computation.
The e-custom that we envisage will come into effect very soon has as part of its components 135 scanners that will be deployed in all our ports, that is sea, air and land borders.
The customs proposed a ban on importation of vehicles that had been moved for more than 7 years. Now, Kogi State government is finally set to start administering the COVID-19 vaccine to residents 3 weeks after Nigeria began inoculating eligible Nigerians with the vaccine. The State Commissioner for Health, Saka Haruna, said the state will receive doses of the vaccine today and begin rollout thereafter. Haruna said further plans would be announced about the vaccination rollout when the vaccine doses are supplied. The Kogi State government had repeatedly denied the existence of COVID-19 in the state, saying the vaccination is among their least concerns. However, Governor Yahaya Bello and the chairman NPHCDA, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, met on Monday to discuss the development around the cold chain for vaccine storage and provision of security at the state's cold store. It's still the 1 p.m. news on Splash 105.5 FM. Still ahead, Italian officer caught selling secrets to Russia. And Super Eagles end AFCON qualifiers unbeaten. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll bring you more stories. So please stay with us.
Hey, is your body Yo-Yo Bitters compliant? What does that mean, you wonder? Well, it means do you take Yo-Yo Bitters every day? Yo-Yo Bitters protects you against opportunistic infections. This means you either take Yo-Yo Bitters as food supplement or as medicine recommended by your doctor. Yo-Yo Bitters is naturally enriched with ingredients that flushes out the body impurities, tackles waist pain, and resolves constipation. It is also fortified with vitamins that empower your body to perform at its optimum. Besides, Yo-Yo Bitters contain minerals and it boosts your body immunity. That's why Yo-Yo Bitters is such a great companion to have around the home, office, and everywhere. Available in liquid, gel, and tablets. Get yours today from the nearest pharmacy or medicine store. Yo-Yo Bitters, but clean inside out.
ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó gbámúṣé pẹ̀lú ọgbọ́n àkọ́ni tó tẹ̀wọ̀n àti ohun èlò amẹ́kọ̀ọ́yéni tó sunwọ̀n tí akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fi lóye kíkún nímọ̀ tó wọ̀yàmì APES tutorial classes lónìí yẹn gbogbo akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ṣetán láti gba ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó yanrantí tẹ́sí ṣàṣeyege nínú ìdánwò post UTME WAEC NECO àti SSCE ẹ̀mọ́ náà wé ìdààmú sọ́pọ̀lọ́ APES tutorial classes kájú ẹ̀ àwọn olùkọ́ wọn dángájá bẹ́ẹ̀ làyíká wọn dáa fàgọ́yé ẹ̀kọ́ owó morning and evening classes wọn ò gún pa ẹ̀yin òbí àtàlágbàtọ́ ẹ wá forúkọ ọmọ yín lẹ̀ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ fún morning and evening classes fún UTME post UTME SSCE WAEC àti NECO ní APES tutorial classes tó wà lágbègbè yín lẹ́bàá mobil petrol station UI àdójúkọ Zenith Bank Iwo Road beside Masak petrol station oríta apẹ̀rin ODBC terminus celebo stop Odife road pẹ̀lú East Grace Plaza Ẹlẹ́yẹlé Ìbàdàn 08106156116 tàbí 00508549922. Mr. APES ní kẹ́ máa fọwọ́ yín láti dènà àrùn COVID-19.
Honey, let's get ready for Easter like no other.
Here we go again. Money, spending.
Come on, honey. Plenty options for us to pick from the Foodco Easter Sales Bonanza. Celebrate Easter with range of incredible low prices.
Really, darling?
Yes, of course. For flash sale incredible offer. Buy Big Bull Rice 25 kg at 11,999 naira 99 kobo. And get Coca-Cola 50cl pack of 12. And Sunola Soya Oil 1 liter free.
What?
Other great offers include Malta Guinness pack of 6 at 749 naira 99 kobo. Milo Energy drink 500 gram refill at naira 49 naira 99 kobo. Buy Binotum Blender BLG 403 and get Lola Soya Oil 1.9 liters free. Dry Iron D1 108 and get Sunlight Detergent 900 gram free. Plus many more mouth-watering offers this Easter at Foodco.
Wow.
And take advantage of Foodco Easter Awu available in all Foodco outlets in Ibadan. Promo runs from 26th March to 5th April. Offers available while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the news on Splash 105.5 FM. Now turning to the foreign scene. An Italian Navy officer has been arrested in the act of handing secret documents to a Russian military official. Police say the men were stopped by military police on suspicion of serious crimes relating to espionage and state security. The Russian, who reportedly worked at the Russian embassy in Italy, is expected to be expelled. Russia's ambassador, Sergei Razov, has been summoned to the foreign ministry in Rome. A police statement said the Carabinieri military police acted during a clandestine meeting between the two, caught immediately after the transfer of a document by the Italian officer in exchange for a sum of money. Police in the U.S. are looking for a man who attacked an Asian American woman in New York City, kicking her repeatedly in the stomach and face as witnesses appeared to only watch. The 65-year-old woman was admitted to hospital with serious injuries. CCTV video from Monday appears to show staff of a nearby building watching without intervening. 6 of the victims of a gun attack in Atlanta 2 weeks ago, which killed 8 in total, were Asian women. In the latest incident in New York City, footage shared by police appears to show a man approaching a woman in the street and kicking her to the ground. Finally, in sports, the Super Eagles celebrated their return to Lagos after 20 years with a 3-0 defeat of the Crocodiles of Lesotho yesterday at the Teslim Balogun Stadium, Lagos. The match was Nigeria's final game in the Cameroon 2022 African Cup of Nations qualifying series. Osimhen opened scoring in the 22nd minute of the first half of the game, watched by a scanty crowd as prescribed by the Confederation of African Football. 2 more goals from Ogene Kero, Etebo and Paul Onuachu sealed any hope the Crocodiles had of ending the day on a respectable note. Our players and officials of Ondo State-owned football club Sunshine Stars FC have decried the non-payment of 7-month arrears by the state government, lamenting unbearable consequences to their career and livelihood. In their scores, the members of the team trooped out to protest in Akure Metropolis yesterday, disrupting vehicular movement from their office to the road to the governor's office gate. They also alleged that the state government was making moves to sell the team, a move which they said would not be favorable to them and their career. Speaking on behalf of the team, the captain, Mr. Sunday Abe, said the players found it difficult to cater for their financial needs due to the backlog of salaries owed them by the state government. All right, just before we go, a recap of the headlines. Federal government has reiterated commitment to police reforms. House of Representatives has proposed ban on vehicles above 7 years. Italian officer caught selling secrets to Russia. And Super Eagles has ended AFCON qualifiers unbeaten. For more details on the news, visit our website on www.splashfm1055.com. Now you can download the Splash FM mobile app on iOS, BlackBerry World and Google Play Store to listen live, get news update, opinion poll, and also report an event live to us through the iReport feature. To download, simply go to any of the stores mentioned and search for Splash FM 105.5, then click to download. We have now come to the end of the news on Splash 105.5 FM, the integrity station and the best radio station in the southwest of the country. The news editor is Tunde Olawowo.